Okay. Um, Hello, Vicky. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So what would you like to discuss today?
Well, I want to discuss how to be a loyal friend. And I say that because years ago, me and two other ladies, we were besties, all three of us. We did everything together. Our kids played with each other. We hung out at each other's houses. We went through deaths in families together, births in families together. And over the years, they had professional issues that caused a wedge to come in between them. So they didn't necessarily fall out with each other, but they don't talk to each other anymore. And I still talk to both of them. Well, it bothers one of them really bad that I could still be so close to her, knowing what she's done to her. But when I talk to either of them individually, we don't talk about each other because honestly, the third girl, she doesn't even realize that the other girl considers herself done with her. She just feels like over the years they just kind of grew apart, but no issues there. But the other girl's like, oh yeah, there's issues there, all right. There's serious issues there. So I don't know. I don't want it to affect me in losing her because you know how some people feel like, well, if they're my enemy, then they should be your enemy too if we're friends.
Right.
She has not said that to me, but sometimes I think that's really what she wants to happen. But they're both good loyal friends to me. And I just don't
Okay.
know what to do because I'm caught in the middle and I'm trying to hold on. I really wish I could actually get them to sit down and talk about it. So I don't know how to even address this. I don't know if I should just leave it alone and stay in the middle or initiate a coming to Jesus, as some people say.
So, by the end of this meeting, what would you like to understand better or have a better
uh,
idea of?
I think I would like to just understand better that I am being a loyal friend e- if I remain friends to both of them. Is that possible?
Okay. Um, so earlier, I heard you say that when you all used to be friends, and then there was kind of a rift between the two of them,
Correct.
and now when you talk to them individually, they don't talk about each other.
No, they don't.
Okay, so with that being said, why do you feel like you're finding yourself in the middle of the rift between those two? Why would you say that you're caught in the middle?
Excuse me. Because when me and the one lady, we get together over the summer and we do stuff. And when I throw the other one's name out there, she will say stuff like, I know you didn't just ask me that. Like, you know, she is not invited. Don't ask me ever again. And if you invite her, like she's funny. She just says what she wants. And she'll say stuff like, okay, you can invite her all you want, but if I don't talk to her all weekend, that's gonna be on you. So I know there's something there, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by in between because over the years we don't do stuff together anymore. And that's what we used to do all the time. And I would love to have that to happen again. So that's why I was saying, there's a part of me that want to just, because I feel like if I just say, okay, you know what, you two are going to sit down and talk, that she will do it. She won't want to, but she will, just because I asked her. And I feel like she has a lot that she needs to get off her chest because she's shared it with me. And she's this strong Jamaican woman who has this thing about her heart. She's been hurt. But the other girl doesn't know it. She doesn't know. But she refuses to have the conversation.
So if the Jamaican lady you just referred to, I'm just gonna call her friend one. So if that's what you see, friend one not wanting to do it, but you said she will if you was to ask her.
Yes.
How would that conversation go with friend two if you were to ask her to sit down and have a conversation with friend one?
She would definitely be all in. She is a nice person. She's warm. She's inviting. She's apologetic, but she just have not been afforded the opportunity because friend one feels like she should know what she did. And sometimes we miss it. Sometimes we just don't know.
Okay. So um friend one you said would do it, and friend two you said would do it too if asked. So
Definitely.
presently, what is holding you back from getting this conversation between the two of them together, getting it started?
Hoping that it goes left and then it'll just be all blown up in my face.
So what would that look like or feel like for you if they were to sit down in a room with you, I guess sort of being a mediator, and everything does go left? How would you feel?
Terrible. Because right now, if I was to leave it alone, at least friend two doesn't even realize that there's a beef between them. And at least now there's no harshness there that friend two knows about. But if
Mm.
if they come together and it goes left, then now it's harshness on both sides. It's like that
So
saying, leave well enough alone. I don't know if I should just
mm.
leave well enough alone.
So what outcome would you prefer to see, as far as, or which one would be more fulfilling to you? What outcome would be the most fulfilling for you?
And that's a great question because should it be for me or should it be for them? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should leave well enough alone because right now, both of them are okay. And right now, if both of them were to bump into each other at the mall, they would hug each other, say hi. And even if they just go on about their business, at least they would hug each other and say hi. You see what I'm saying? But if I push my heart into the situation and it does blow up, then now if they see each other in the mall, they're gonna go the other way and totally ignore each other. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So maybe I should just leave well enough alone.
So what I'm hearing is, seems like there's some resentment from friend one. Friend two doesn't really know about the resentment, and you're
Correct.
kind of stuck in the middle because you guys used to be a trio,
Yes.
and now it's just like two separate duos, and
Yes.
so that is kind of,
That was well put.
and so that's just kind of weighing on you because you want everybody back together.
We literally were like sisters. And it hurts my heart, we were like family. When your military members become your family. And we were that. So I feel like, if this was my real family, I would make my two sisters sit down and talk it out.
So I definitely understand, you said that it's kind of hurting you, and then you're kind of struggling between leaving well enough alone and wanting that family or that sisterhood to get back together, and that's understandable. Um, so I appreciate the time that you took tonight, Vicky, to discuss this. And if this is something that you would want to look into further for the next session, we can definitely get back in
Okay.
and discuss it more. Over the next couple days into our next session, I would just say to continue to think about what that feeling is inside of you, that's battling between leaving well enough alone and um, getting everybody back together.
Okay.
And
Thank
I
you so
appreciate,
much.
yes, and I enjoyed speaking with you.
I enjoyed speaking with you too. I'll see you next session.
All righty,
Thank you.
no problem.
Good job, guys. So now we have to switch.
Okay,
Now you get to be the client there, Zach.
okay. Okay. So I have my topic.
Okay.
Where did Zoom go? Okay. We ready to start?
Oh, goodness. You
Okay,
got your
okay.
topic? Okay. Hi, Zachary. How are you doing?
Hey Vicky, I'm doing well. How about you?
Good. Good to see you today. So,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
shall we talk about today?
Well, so as you know, I'm a school counselor. Today we went back from our winter break. So essentially we've been out since December the 20th, and today was our first day back. And today was not a bad day. It was very hectic because as school counselors, we're in charge of getting schedules together for all the kids. So we dealt with schedule changes almost every day, but I mean almost all day. But like I said, it wasn't a very stressful day today. But my thing is that with this being the start of the second semester, I'm kind of um, I guess in a sense of decision making, because I really, after this semester, I want to transition out of the school system. Um, but as of right now, I don't have a solid plan on where I'm going to go next or what that looks like, because I've been in the school system for the past 6 years.
Wow, that's major. That's major. That's a serious pivotal point in your life. What do you think brought about this wanting to change?
Um, you know, because the school is a system, so I feel like that a lot of times that my hands are tied with what I'm able to do. I know this school year we had a new administrator come and take over, so like the amount of time that I spend with the kids this year is a lot less than I have in the previous years that I've been there. And I just kind of feel like, you know, it's becoming more of like a desk job where we're doing like a whole lot of schedules and a whole lot of, writing stuff down, and not enough time spending with the actual kids where I feel like I can make the greatest impact. So kind of feel like, I could do more if I didn't have those restraints on me to where I could to, when I get to see the kids.
Okay. So I hear you saying that the dynamics of what you're used to doing have changed, and you don't have that connection with the kids like you used to.
Right.
What would this transition into doing something else look like? What arena or atmosphere are you thinking about going to?
Well, what I want to do is currently at the school we have a mentor program. So it's young men. Um, and last year I know we were able to like take them to different field trips, college visits, different things like that. This year it's kind of slowed down. Well, not slowed down, it's stopped. We didn't get to go anywhere, the whole first semester. So with that being said, I would really like to do a mentoring group, have like my own mentoring group or mentoring program, but I'm just kind of, it's just kind of a shift because, I would go from always, working for somebody my entire life to actually having my own thing that I would be doing.
Okay, I think I've heard you say my own twice now. Have you, are you, okay, because to work for a company, any company, to be honest, is a system, right? So, how do you feel going to another company? Or I want to use the word entrepreneurship, but I'm not sure if that's your line of thinking. What is your line of thinking in stepping out and the words your own? How does that look to you?
Well, definitely a place where I don't want to be in a situation where I'm the sole decision maker, but definitely in a situation where I get to make the decisions for what I feel like is best for me, because those kind of things when you feel like your hands are tied, and as you said, any company you go to is a system. So I'm really looking to get out of a system and kind of create my own system and do something that I feel like I'm maximizing my potential.
Okay. So, what would be the pros and cons of you making this change?
Um, I think the pros would be that I'm, you know, doing more of, again, my own thing. That I won't have, as many rules that I would have to follow per se. Because like I said, I just don't like to feel like my hands are tied. I would like to just to be able to maximize my potential and be able to move in a way that I see as the most productive to be able to help the kids in the program. So that freedom is definitely a pro. And also, like I said, not just being able to build my own system for what I see as productive, which is another form of freedom. And the cons, I mean, I don't really see a con to having it. I think was keeping me back is just the fact that it's something new, something that I've never done before, which
Okay.
again comes with its own pressures.
Okay, I think um you've thought about it. You've put some thought into it. You know the pros and the cons. And what would be the next step? Would the next step be research? Would the next step be finances, location? How does the next step look for you? What can be your homework that we could talk about next week in building upon the pros / cons to help you move forward and feel comfortable and eliminate any anxieties in moving forward?
That's a good question. When you asked me that, it kind of made me think about something that kind of ties along with what I said. So I've been researching, and I've started like a business plan, and I guess I'm at the standstill area now because I'm at a point where I've been doing business planning, but I'm at the point now where I need somebody else, and I think that's kind of put me at a standstill because I would need like a grant writer and like to secure a location. And so the everything has been going smoothly thus far. But like I said, now that you say that, I've kind of reached a standstill at this point where I have to reach out now and ask somebody like, well, can you help me write a grant for this, or can you help me secure this building? Because I know you can, help me with that. So yeah,
Right.
that's where we at in the planning process.
So it sounds like you have been doing some research in moving forward. Um, if I can, give you some homework or food for thought, a lot of cities have small business administration.
Mm-hmm.
And here in my city, it's a part of our university. But if you call the Chamber of Commerce, they have a point of contact for your city that helps people in this area. And they can put you in touch with grant writers, finances, that type of
Mm-hmm.
thing to help people get their small businesses off the ground. So maybe that's some more research that you can do until we meet again next week. And then you can come with, your business model on paper, what you discovered over this past week with the Small Business Administration. And then you can come up with another game plan to move forward even from that.
Mm. Yes, man.
Sounds
That
good?
sounds great. That sounds great. I appreciate your help.
Not a problem. Sounds like a plan. So do you feel comfortable with today's session? You
Yes,
have
man.
some
I feel.
tools to
I
move
feel.
forward?
Yes, I feel very good about it.
Great. All right, Zachary, until next week, you take care.
You do as well.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good job, guys.
What you think, Tiffany?
Got a little coaches over there. Oh no, your free meeting says it'll end in 10 minutes. I got a little warning. Okay, so I'm not certain if it's going to allow us to do this or not, but I know we're going to have to close out of this one to complete this session, and then see if we can open up it again. So Vicky, you can get your
Second one in.
your second one in.
Okay.
Okay. So we're
Everybody
gonna
good with
close
it?
this one.
Yeah, let me
Okay.
in the recording here. No, not that. Cancel. Doing the wrong